Bonjour, welcome to Phellas podcast.
Hello.
With me, Zach Caffrey.
Jason Ford is my name.
And this is a podcast where we talk to you. The podcast it talks to you.
Oui.
Oui, très bien. We discuss a topic, the
topic.
The world, and the why, ou en français, le nu, le monde,
Oui.
le pourquoi.
Le pourquoi.
Bonjour. End of accent. Didn't really even want to do it that long.
Accent's over.
Started it that way, then felt trapped.
But
it's over now.
I think it's a pretty good intro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Merci.
Merci.
Right. Here we are.
I've been taking French lessons. Francois.
Verlez ma bouche.
What does that mean?
I forget. I should know, but I don't. But it was what my high school French teacher in Glenville, West Virginia, Gilmore County used to say.
Gnocanti.
She would say, fermez la bouche.
I don't know what that means.
Fermez means close. La means the. Bouche, I think, is your mouth.
Ooh.
So she maybe was telling me to shut up. And now here I am, not shutting up, making fun of her.
Yeah.
So who really won?
Yeah, who gets the last laugh now? You do.
Yes, I do. And yes, we do. And yes, all of you do. Because you're watching Metaphiles now.
Hell yeah.
And we are this episode, all episode long here on number 46. We'll be discussing tables. We have one here. We've had one. It's been with us from the very beginning, or a table has.
No.
And we decided it's finally time to give a little back.
Yeah. It's almost like the third guest of our podcast.
Yeah.
You know?
Or the third Beatle.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
It's like our third Beatle.
Let's allow the table to introduce itself.
Let's do it.
Hey, table. Didn't talk much.
Yeah.
Wooden.
Little stiff.
Yeah.
And we are going to begin to talk about tables here in just a moment. But first, if I may, Jay, I'd like to premiere a character on the podcast, which you already know of, text-based only, because when I thought of it, I texted it to you right away because I was so excited.
Sure.
But this will be the first time that it's ever been done out loud.
Okay.
So let me just prepare myself for a moment. Wow.
Are you ready?
I have to start over now. No, I'm ready. This character is Meth Hedberg.
Yeah.
I've only thought of two of Meth Hedberg's jokes so far. Here they are. It might take me a second to, because this is literally my first attempt at this. I didn't even practice it on my own. So I have to do the voice, but do it correctly. So
Sure.
forgive me. You're watching this raw, unformed, or
Yeah.
which will be iron soon.
Yes. Yeah.
I still do drugs. I still do, but I still do too. All right. Rice is good if you want to count 1,000 something, which I do. All right. There you go. That's Meth Hedberg. Thank you. Thank you.
He says his jokes a little faster than regular Hedberg.
It's a little
'cause of the
faster.
meth.
It's a little faster. Not too fast,
Yeah.
but faster. And yeah. There you go.
I think it's just fun, great. Meth Hedberg. It's genius.
Thank you. And there you go. Now I'm ready to talk tables.
I'm not.
Okay. What do you got?
Ooh. Okay, now I'm ready.
Ready? Okay, great. I mean, it's good that we got that out of the way.
Yes.
What do you think the table thought of it so far? Should we ask?
Sure.
Great stuff. Okay. There you go. That's why it's the third Beatle. I guess.
Yesterday, all my tables seemed so far away.
Table sitting in the dead center of the room.
I am the table. Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Ooh. That's a good one. Hey, table.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Tables imprisoning me. All that I see. Absolute surfaces. Totally flat. Put a coffee on it. Oh, wait, that's Metallica.
Same thing.
Okay.
Same thing. Ringo, Hetfield, Lennon, Ulrich.
Splitting hairs.
Yeah, same thing.
So, I mean...
Hey, enter Sandman. Exit light. Enter night. Off to Never, Never Land. Same band. Tables. Jay.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think
Sure.
about tables?
Tables. I mean, I have always made good use of tables.
Yeah.
Tables have always been quite necessary for me.
Mm-hmm.
I remember...
Oh.
What?
Nothing. Just remembering old times of tables past.
I remember my table from my childhood years when I was a little germ.
Same. In my mind, I'm sitting at it right now.
Ooh.
And I'm picturing everything, and I'm sitting right there.
What was your table like when you were a little guy?
It was oblong,
Mm-hmm.
and it was tilted at what angle would that be?
You're looking at about a 25-degree angle there.
It was at 25-degree angle, and you had to finish eating before the table was finished holding the plates on it. You had to. That was just them. Was the rules, and
yeah. You just kind of prevented anything from lasting too long on the table. It's like board games. You know, let's not be too long-winded about it. Meals, eat up.
And I think ultimately my parents were aware that they were raising a podcast host, a future podcast host. I think they knew.
Gotcha.
And so I choose to see it as that they were forcing me to have have a hot take. And
Okay.
the hot take of dinner is, what do I like the most that I'm going to stick my face into so it stays on the table the longest? And that's the thing I like the most, and that's the thing that I could talk on a podcast about one day.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, we've never done an episode about glass of water because that would not be what I would choose.
Yeah. I got you.
So I want to thank them, really, because they've created at least this half of this table, which is a little
too flat for you.
Not bad.
That's a hell of a way to grow up.
Let's do a version of this podcast that would be like if we were at my childhood table. So when I say go, the table will now be tilted, and we have to get as much into the microphones as we can before they're gone from the table. Okay?
Okay.
So probably want to pick up your mug, because this is gonna get crazy. All right? Here we go. Go. And so the thing about tables, what do you think about tables?
My tables are flat. They should be flat. Is it over?
It's over. That's how quick you gotta be for dinner at my house.
I mean, I think I don't know, man. I think it's kind of fucked up. I think the one thing growing up and developing into a new human that you should not have to worry about is having a flat table.
That's the one thing.
If anything, you should at least be able to expect your table to be a flat surface. And I think there's going to be like a common theme going through all the way into the end of this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm normally we're like, oh, let's wait until the Y segment to talk about this stuff, but it really can't. I'd be tiptoeing around.
Yeah.
I would be tiptoeing around the fact that, like...
And you don't want to tiptoe around the table.
No.
That's not what they're for.
No. Tiny Tim tiptoe through the tulips. Like, what if you said tiptoe through the tables? Because they're...
Tiptoe through the tables. That's what he sounds like, right?
Like 3 octaves too low.
Yeah, that's the best I could do. I'm not tiny enough. But what's your larger point here?
Not really. The only point is that indispensable purpose of a table is for it to be flat. It's for it to be a flat surface that you can depend on, for shit to not slide off of. You can put some down on it, and it's not going to fuck up in any way. That's why a table exists. There's no other reason. And I'm sorry, again, to like kind of jump ahead, but, you know, I don't want to slide around too much.
Well, I feel like what you're doing right now is fucked up.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You're just saying that because you grew up with a cricket table.
Well, I'm also saying that because it's not the Y segment yet. And, you know, I'm a person who, as we know and have established, I have an appreciation for the passage of time and where you are in time. Because for me, 15 seconds, if I have not stuffed my whole face into the mashed potato bowl, those are gone.
Nobody ate them. Nothing bad happened. They just fell off the table.
They're just on the floor. And you are allowed to eat off the floor at my house.
Let's take a look at the fact tube of what Zach might look like today if he grew up with a flat table. Wow.
I mean, that makes no sense to me. Like, I'm seeing it. It's like meaningless.
I think you look like things could have a much better life.
Nah.
Wow. Okay.
Nah, not for me. Give me the floor mashed potatoes. Because what is the floor but the larger table?
The table number, the larger table.
I mean, what do you put a table on?
The floor.
The floor. It's
like kind of why is the table there? It's like you already have a giant fucking table anywhere you go.
Yeah, the floor is the table's table.
The world is the table.
The world is the house's table.
Wow.
And the floor of the house is the table for the table.
Florida. Sure.
We set a plate on a table, which we set on the floor, which is a table, which we set on the ground, which is a table.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what's not flat? The world.
The world.
So
depending on who you talk to.
That's true. And we will be getting into that next episode. 47. Flat Earth. Flat Earth and us.
I'm a flat earther. I'm a table earther. The world is a table.
Well, you are a flat tabler. We've established that.
Yes, I am a flat tabler. Yes.
You believe all tables are flat.
And that there's Nazis in the table too. Waiting to come back.
Yeah. Waiting, floating around out there on table X. Yeah.
Somehow that's part of the flat earth movement, is that there's Nazis in the earth or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you look deep enough into any conspiracy, there's Nazis.
Yeah, you kind of get that vibe sometimes that, like, every conspiracy is like, when you get down to the end of it, it's just Nazis.
It's just Nazis. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And frankly, it's usually like that the Nazis are like good.
Not shitty and actually good. Yeah.
Nazi, not bad, is what these people would say.
Yeah.
Not us. We don't say that. I don't believe all tables are flat.
You all know you don't believe that all tables should be flat.
True.
I believe they should.
Wow.
I like my tables flat. I like my women stacked, bro.
Oh, okay.
Just fucking
Stacked.
like, boo, right?
With like, yeah.
Mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, what are we doing?
I don't know. Here's the problem. It's a Las Vegas snow globe, but it's like, it's honestly the most accurate prop. Like, this is what a Las Vegas snow globe should look like.
Yeah, because
it's like cloudy and seedy, decrepit and rotten.
Why don't you give that a good shake, hold it up to your camera, so that people can really...
It's foaming up. Like, there's some kind of reaction when I shake it.
Well...
Like, you can see that there's the drunks and gamblers and degenerates all in there.
Yeah, and there's bodies buried in the blue, in the blue plastic part. Yeah. How many bodies do you think are buried in the Las Vegas desert, Jay?
I mean, who knows? I don't. Who could? I'm not sure. Who would know that information? Anyways.
Tables.
I'm not a hitman. Tables.
What's
Las Vegas city built on tables.
Hey.
The city of tables.
Oh, they probably got more tables there than anybody.
Yeah. Easily.
Yeah. They should call it Las Tables.
Yeah, they should.
They should. And I'm going to write to the mayor.
I like to call it Lost Wages.
That's Spanish for the wages?
Nah, it's an old Adult Swim show. Frisky Dango.
Oh.
Sometimes I say things from old shows and don't always credit them, but that one I'll credit.
Yeah. Remember old shows?
Yeah.
Shit, man.
They're just better, because back then it was just like, and now it's just like, and like it was better. Things are worse now and they were better back then.
Yes.
That's an official stance we've taken.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, it's like a thing that like only 90s kids would understand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And if you were born adult and you're not a...
Yeah. If you were born adult, you're not adult. And that's just how... And sorry, but just only 90s kids understand tables.
Yeah. If you were born in the 90s, you're off the table.
You're off. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're off. You gotta be sitting at the... What would the opposite of a kid's table be? An adult's table.
Yeah.
Which is like what they have in Lost Wages.
Yeah, it's Yeah, all adult tables.
Yeah. There's
The
no
craps table is the opposite of kids table.
there is no casino that is for children.
Yeah. No.
Even in Las Vegas, I don't think there is, which there really should be, because like then you drop the kids off there.
Here's $50. Go to the kids tables.
And they play like Go Fish, but for high stakes.
Your kid comes back. You're like, $10,000 at the kids table? Come on, you have a problem. Like, come on, man, just one more time.
Come on, I know there's threes out there, and I'm gonna find them.
Just spin us on
Somebody
candy or
has
something. Yeah. The kids' house always wins. The bounce house always wins.
Kids' house always wins. It could be Chucky's Palace, you could call it.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Chucky's Palace. Legalized gambling for all ages. Oh, what a great idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess we could just start that up small scale here in Phellas Studios.
Yeah. Does your kid like to gamble?
Send them over.
Yeah.
We got cards.
Mm-hmm. Come down to this basement, this Phellas studio. Your kid like to drink? Sure. Fuck it.
I mean, sure. We got cards.
It's going to be your money that they're going to lose, and all the money's going to go to us. But
Yeah.
I don't know. But that's it.
Maybe
It's just the perfect way to get money out of people through their kids.
maybe at Chucky's Palace, like, yes, they have, you can gamble on Go Fish and stuff, but maybe you can also gamble on, like, clean your room. Who can clean their room the best? You won 10-1 odds. Congratulations, your $1 is now $2, and your room is so clean, and that's gonna. So.
I just got, by the way, that Chucky's Palace is a play off of Caesar's Palace.
Yes.
I just got that.
And also Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes. Yeah.
That part you had.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you're throwing out jokes the way that I do.
We gotta, yeah. It's like playing Dance Dance Revolution. You gotta be that fast. It's like Joke Revolution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm thinking about making a video game called Joke Hero.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I don't know how it works or what it is yet.
Call of Humor. I like I like Joke Revolution being the new name for our podcast, honestly.
Ooh.
I honestly think that might be time to switch to that.
Yeah, just go ahead and 46 episodes rebrand.
Sure, and then
Start
Coin Time could be arrows
Oh.
go down.
Yeah.
But jokes, like punchlines.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if we're lucky enough to get a Coin Time on this episode, maybe we'll see what that looks like.
Right, yeah. Joke Revolution. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, so real quick.
Yeah.
What is the last thing, not counting this table, that you put onto or took off of the table? Not counting your feet. Weed was your answer?
Yeah, weed. I was leaving the house to get into my Uber to come over here, and I grabbed up my my ganja to bring with me. That's the last thing.
Seems about right.
What about you?
Similarly, podcast preparation. I put on my blazer for the show, and as I was putting it on, there was a jingling, and much like a certain time that we experience on this show, my pocket was filled with coins, and I thought, I do not want to have these be jingling around on mic. That's unprofessional.
You're right.
So I took the coins from my pocket and I placed them on a table for now. Later they will go into my coin sorter.
Ooh.
And be sorted into their proper denominations.
Oh, fuck yeah. It's going to be dope when that happens, man.
I can't wait. I'm honestly can't wait for the show to be over so that I can go do that.
You just run upstairs. All right, show's over. Bye.
Yeah. Okay, this part is that I say.
This is the part of the coins that I put. I mean, this is. Welcome to Leia Players. I think a good podcast idea that I have had that might be better than this podcast and many other podcasts, potentially. It's called the Normal Cast, and it's sponsored by Pepsi. And it's from an alternate universe where everything about it is like the exact same as our universe, but Pepsi is the more prevalent cola brand.
I see.
Okay. So let's start the Normal Cast. Hello, welcome back to the podcast. This is the normal one. Just a normal podcast in the normal world that we live in here. Sponsored, of course, by Pepsi, the number one cola beverage. This is my co-host, Zach. He's just opening one up. It's going to be one of the top podcasts because we're at the top because we were sponsored by the number one soda brand. Anyways, this week's topic.
I hope it's.
No, it's not Pepsi. This is just a normal podcast.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I get the joke. Like, we're sponsored by the soda.
Yeah, I mean, it would be like, it'd be crazy to talk about something as ubiquitous as Pepsi. It'd be like talking about like fucking tables for a whole episode or something. It's like, what?
Maybe on like a Coca-Cola podcast.
Ew.
Like,
don't say that to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about saying it's weird.
Drink some of this drink to feel normal again.
Sure. Welcome back. Sorry about that. Welcome back to the normal podcast. Everything's normal.
Yeah.
Sports are normal. Everything's going on.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
He's doing what he was doing the last
everything time. Is about everything about Tom Brady's career is happening in the exact same way.
Yeah.
As it would happen in like some kind of crazy alternate universe.
Yeah.
If like Coca-Cola was like the big deal.
Don't say that to me.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, he's doing his normal thing. Still married to Heidi Klum.
Mm-hmm.
Still played for the Seattle Seahawks. Got there.
Tom Brady doesn't play for the Seahawks, dude.
He doesn't?
What universe do you fucking live in? He plays for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Jay, I gotta reveal something.
What? What are you from? Some kind of alternate fucking universe where Tom Brady plays for the Seahawks? You insane?
It's
ridiculous.
Can of what you believed was Pepsi that's in my hand.
What else could it possibly be?
I placed a small koozie, a really thin koozie.
For the outside.
The koozie says Pepsi. And is the logo that you would consider to be very normal.
Yeah, of course.
But you'll see that if I remove it,
I have koozies too. Yeah.
It's we should talk about the koozie cast, but
koozie cast. I like
that's
that.
only if what I'm about to say doesn't really upset the balance of things, because what I'm actually drinking here is RC Cola.
Stop the podcast. Stop recording.
So
what's fucking?
I'm not from around here.
What do you?
And where
we live in the same town. We've been doing this podcast for 15 years.
Where I'm from, it's RC Royal Crown Baby is the number one soda.
Was that Minnesota or something? Is that?
I'm from Minnesota.
I thought. Okay.
I came here from Minnesota to tell you that the Royal Crown drinkers are going to be rising up soon. And Pepsi better watch its ass, because RC's coming back, baby. We're a soda. People like it. It's almost just as good as Pepsi or Coca-Cola. Don't say that to me.
Wow.
So, Tom Brady. Oh, wow. He can sure throw that pigskin, can he? Watch your ass.
Yeah, he plays for the Seattle Seahawks, and he drinks normal soda.
Yes. Maybe put a peanut in it.
Yeah. You know what soda is like really overrated? Actually, now that we're doing this podcast for like this many years.
Fanta.
Well, Pepsi's just kind of like overrated. And so is Coca-Cola, the other one.
Don't you say that to me.
It's just, yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, what if there's like an alternative?
Yeah. Yeah, like a cool alternative.
A really cool one.
That
Like that would be a good sponsor for a normal podcast.
Yeah. Let's just like for fun. It's fun. You should say that it's Royal Crown with just for.
Oh,
fun.
really? Royal. Where's that from?
Royal Crown.
Royal Crown from Wisconsin.
From the great state of Minnesota.
Oh, really? Oh.
Which I've heard is really nice.
Oh.
I've heard it's really nice most of the year.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. So okay. Fuck Coca-Cola. Fuck Pepsi. RC.
Don't you say that
Okay.
to me.
Sorry. RC Cola, new sponsor for the show.
Yeah. Wasn't that fun?
Yeah. That was fun. Yep, it was very fun. We have normal fun on the normal podcast. We'll see you next week. Thanks to RC Cola. Bye. So that's the other podcast I was thinking about. Think about it. Think about it.
We'll be right back.
Think about it. Okay.
Let's have the table say it. Welcome back.
You know what?
Yep. Oh,
The table.
the table's the prop.
The table's the prop.
Yeah. You're just grossed out by Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I get it. It's a weird
Gross.
place. Did we want to
Should blow up another balloon?
Yeah, probably should,
blow up
right?
another one.
Oh, it's coin time. They're little punchlines.
Their little joke revolution. Coin time's over.
That's been coin time. That
Once you've, I mean, for me, once I've put air into a balloon, it can only go out once,
yeah.
and then it's over.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're just playing with yourself. Tables in the world? Yeah.
It's one big fucking table.
It's
Well,
one
actually, I
big
said
ball
that.
of things that have to be flat. Okay. Etymology.
Tableology.
Table. Via the French,
Ooh.
table.
Dabby.
From via Old English tabel. From via the Latin tabula, which means board, plank, or flat top. Flat.
Yeah.
Right in there. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. So, communal eating, Jay, has been a thing since at least 300,000 years ago in Israel.
How'd you localize that?
The internet said so. Wow. However, 2500 BC in good old ancient Egypt.
Good old West Virginia. Oh, ancient Egypt. Okay. Yeah, I mean, of course it is from ancient Egypt.
Mm-hmm. They start using wood and alabaster to make what they are calling tables. Really, they're more like pedestals. But it's kind of like a table.
Definitely did bowling before.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
And they were like, we're bowling. We need a place to set our beers.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how about use some of that alabaster, make a thing that's flat. Okay, all right, I admit it. Tables are flat, I admit it. Okay.
I didn't say anything.
I could just feel the comments.
Sure.
I could feel the comments coming through the past at me.
Sure.
They would use these pedestals to place food and objects on, and plates. The Chinese, the other mainstays of creation.
The other Egypt.
China, the other Egypt.
The other ancient Egypt.
They create tables for use in writing and drawing. And in good old Musa Pakaumua, they're the first people who are ever going to make a table out of metal. Don't know what they were using it for.
Gotcha.
But the big three, all represented there.
Yeah, right.
The Greeks and the Romans were the folks who were like, hey, let's make these have legs and start eating at them and sit at them while we eat. And they loved to have tables. The Romans especially, that's where everything started being on it. Mm-hmm. Your grapes in an elaborate bowl and everything like that.
Also, like, forms of government and shit like that. You can't really do that without tables. And also, like,
because you have to be able to bang.
Yeah. You can't just, like, stand there and be like, I agree with that. You can't.
Yeah, you have to be sitting and going, I agree with that.
Also, the ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, China to Rome and Greece pipeline.
Yeah.
It's very real.
Yes.
There's definitely a thing there.
Absolutely.
Like, everything goes through all that shit.
Yeah.
Or else it ain't real.
Yeah. They were the Greeks and the Romans were kind of like the Casio synthesizer of culture. Where they took all these ideas and stuck them into one box where you just can hit a button, and now you have bowling, and now you have tables, and now you have helicopters or whatever.
The Casio synthesizer.
Yes.
It's completely fucking true. Push a little button. Little beats. Yeah. Wow.
The Greeks, their tables, they would put under their bed when they were done eating.
Get the fuck out of here! That's fucking ridiculous!
Yeah, that's why the Greek to Roman Casio to off-brand Casio.
Yeah. Sony. Kawasaki, maybe.
Sure, yeah, Kawasaki. We'll leave it at
Yamaha,
that.
my bad. I can't remember which one.
Kawasaki motorcycles.
Yeah.
We don't talk about those.
Yamaha does everything.
Yamaha does everything.
That'd be a good topic for an episode, Yamaha.
Yamaha? All right. Right after Flat Earth.
Wait, right after what?
Flat Earth.
Oh, yeah.
In the Middle Ages, there was not so much furniture around, unless you were the nobility. And in this time...
There's a lot of mud.
There was a lot of mud. There were also so many wars and invasions happening.
No time for tables.
No time for tables, and specifically the tables that they liked the best then were called trestle tables, where they would just break right apart, and you could move them to the next town where the sacking had not yet occurred.
Yeah. Wow.
So the trestle table, it's like a table except you can take the top off.
If you had to move your podcast to a war-free medieval zone.
Yeah. If you started hearing the brigade coming over the hill.
What was that? It's the fucking brigade. Damn it. Get the table.
Okay, we'll be right back. In the Gothic era, The chest.
Hot topic tables. Oh, huh?
Huh.
Hot topic tables?
Yeah. This is a hot topic, tables.
Ooh.
Chests became really popular. It's like a treasure chest, like a chest that you put things in.
Sure.
And they would just use that as a table. It's pretty goth.
Yeah.
Pretty
Sure.
goth. You want to have all your accessories and stuff right nearby, even when you're eating, in case you gotta like reapply that eyeliner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your Chico jeans. Aren't you tired to do a podcast?
I'm gonna need the sentence again though.
Huh? Jinko jeans?
Jinko jeans, worth it. Come on. Then in the 17th century, we start getting refectory tables, which are banquet-sized, really long dining tables. All right. Now, from here on, we're gonna go really fast for a minute. Okay.
Okay.
You tell me when you need me to slow down.
Okay.
Then we get pier tables, which are tables that are designed for one side of them to be up against a wall. We have the dining room table. The gate leg table comes around. This is you can fold the sides, either side of it down, so it can turn into half the size with little things hanging. That's called a gate leg. Okay. You of course have the coffee table. You have a bed table, bedside table. You have a drafting table, which, contrary to your theory, specifically is designed to tilt so that you can put a sketch pad on it or whatever. It's good for that. Or if you're trying to raise a future podcaster, you want to teach them to make quick decisions.
Eat mashed potatoes faster than other people and be good at podcasting.
You get the drop leaf table, which has a removable thing in the middle called a leaf.
Yeah.
Doubles the size of it.
That's one I had when I was a wee lad. Yeah.
There you go. You have the workbench table, called a bench. It's a table. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
You have nested tables, which are a lot of small tables that can be stacked or unstacked and arranged around each other to be a larger table.
I don't like that.
Pretty weird.
Yeah,
Never
I like
really
that
seen
table.
one of those. You have, of course, the folding table, the picnic table. TV tray counts as a table.
Really? No, that's bullshit.
Well,
That's not a table.
what do they call it on the plane?
Your tray.
Tray table.
Tray table.
If it's flat, it's a table, right? Okay.
Whoa.
It's flat and it's got legs. You put
If
a little.
it's flat, it's a table.
Now, here's some specialty tables, Jay, and we're gonna keep going fast for a minute because I'm leading to something here.
Okay.
But you tell me when you need me to slow down. Loo tables were popular from the 18th to 19th century for candles or tea or a card game called Loo, which people don't really play anymore.
They're good for tables or tea or card games called Lou. Oh, you don't play that anyways. They're good for candles and tea.
You have the Pembroke table, popular in the 19th century. It has the side gates, but it also has drawers. Okay. One other thing about the Loo table, it's rounded to top, single pedestal with legs. Okay. And the top is designed to fold down so you can put it away when you're not playing Loo or having tea or looking at a candle. Okay? Pembroke is like a gatefold except it's got drawers. A sofa table is like a Pembroke table except longer and shorter so you can put it in front of a sofa.
This is for like TV dinners?
It could be. It's like a coffee table but with drawers.
Coffee table with drawers.
Okay? Work table, different than a workbench, smaller for like a sewing kit for doing small work. Okay?
Is it good for Lou?
Probably not because it
No?
can't fold
Okay,
when you're done playing.
Oh, fuck that.
A drum table, round top, drawers all the way around.
Oh, that's cool.
You like it because it's called drum, but also it sounds like a good table, right?
Well, that's cool.
That's pretty good.
Whoa.
End table, like a bedside table kind of, but you put it next to a chair or a couch probably.
Sure.
An over bed table, that's for if you're in bed, you want a little table over you if you're in the hospital or something. If you're Greek, you have now a table a bed, and under the bed is a table.
Oh,
If you're
fuck.
Greek.
Oh.
Then we have billiards, chess, table tennis, and poker tables. We will not be addressing any of those anymore. Okay? That's it. Those are separate things. Finally, we have a Parsons table, which is a modern table that is just like kind of a perfect rectangle.
For Parsons.
For Parsons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
So, Jay,
Mm-hmm.
not including the ones that we just missed, because those are separate topics entirely. We have now heard about 24 different tables.
Okay.
And what we're going to do, Jay, and I've already set this up, I have these 24 tables in a 2-division bracket, and you and I are going to come to a conclusion on what is the best table.
Ooh.
Ready
okay.
for that? Does that sound good?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So, I alphabetized them, did the first 12 on one side, second 12 on one side.
Table playoffs.
Table playoffs. Do you want to do a theme song for it? You would be better for that.
Sure. Here we go. Tables. That's it. That's the theme song.
Great. ESPN, I hope you're paying attention. So, we begin with the first matchup, bedside table versus chest. Any of these that you need a refresher on, I'm happy to do that.
Sure.
But with that one, I'm sure we're fine.
Chest.
Chest is better.
Yeah.
More room, just as flat, probably about the same height.
If I'm in a bed, I'm in a bed. Nothing else is going on. Period.
Period.
You're sleeping or fucking. That's it. That's it. And
Next.
being sick, but okay.
And being sick.
And being sick.
But if you're sick, you don't want a table on you.
Absolutely.
Next up, and this is a big one. This honestly, it's crazy that it came so early alphabetically because this is probably the toughest matchup of the whole thing. So if we want to skip it and come back, I think we can.
No, man, fuck that. We're going, dude.
Okay.
We're main outlining this shit. We're
right.
rog dogging this table playoff shit.
This is gonna separate the
table
desks from the tables. We have coffee table versus dining room table.
Whoa!
Holy shit. People, I am sorry there was not more of a lead up to this.
Yeah. Well, oh man.
I have my answer.
Yeah?
I'm gonna say coffee table.
Because it can be both.
It can be both.
But you're not going to sit at the table and sit on the couch at the same time.
You're not. You can't put your feet on the dining room table. You can do that with a coffee table. You can also eat at the coffee table. You can also have books on the coffee table.
Yeah. Yeah, the table just simply has more. The only thing that a table has over a coffee table is formality. It has a more formal.
Yeah.
It's a more formal application,
Yeah.
which if we're choosing between that, give me a coffee table.
Give me a coffee table.
I don't want to be formal with anybody who's not willing to just sit at a fucking coffee table and talk about shit.
Absolutely. And I would even say I'm willing to sit at a coffee table and know which fork is my salad fork and stuff like that. I'll
do that. Yeah, I'll do that.
We can compromise.
All day.
Great. All right.
Absolutely.
Next up, drafting versus drop leaf. I feel like this is obvious.
Drop leaf.
Drop leaf, you have a lot of nostalgia for. You don't like it when a table is tilted.
Yeah.
I have more nostalgia for the tilted table, but
a tilted table isn't a fucking table.
You're right.
Sorry.
It simply isn't.
It just isn't. Fuck
Drop
the
leaf
research.
has, again, we come down to applications. Drop leaf has more applications than a drafting, so it's drop.
You can draft all kinds of shit on a flat table.
Sure.
You could have a tilt to it.
Or just like buy a little easel.
Yeah,
Or just
exactly.
hold it that way.
Yeah.
Next up, drum table versus end table. We were both very excited by the concept of the drum table. And the
Drum
end
table's
table.
really cool.
It's a little bit less inconspicuous.
Yeah, but I mean, you got a coffee table. You don't need an end table. You got a coffee table.
Very true.
Drum table. You need drawers. It's right
You
there.
need drawers. Drawers.
360-degree drawers. Come on now.
So many drawers. Drawers are really hard to beat. When you're talking tables, you're going to want drawers.
Yeah, put your weed in there.
Sure, or your coins.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Next up, a pretty evenly matched duo here. We have the folding table versus the gate leg table. Do we want just the sides to fold, or do we want the whole thing to fold? There's lots of times where you don't need a table at all. There's lots of times where you do need a table, but you only need it to be half as long.
Folding table, just because it folds down to a smaller table, it's more
Exactly.
convenient.
It's a table where sometimes you don't need a table, sometimes there's no table there. So folding takes it. I agree.
Absolutely.
Next, two that we were pretty dismissive of. Loo table versus nested table. Nested was the little small ones that can stack and be out of the way, or they can not. And loo is for a candle, but it also folds the side of it. Doesn't
also
really
for
matter
loo,
because like they're gonna be out next round either one. So
right.
loo, it seems better.
Yeah.
Nested table, I don't really think is a real thing. I've never fucking seen that.
Seriously, where are all these tables? Oh, it's one table. That doesn't. Yeah.
All right, we move on to the first round of the Western Conference. Is this the correct verbiage?
Eastern well, no, yeah.
Eastern, it would be. No, it would be.
Eastern of the United States, but Western of the world.
Sure. Yeah. Overbed, you were really mad about. Parsons is like purely aesthetic.
Parsons? What was Parsons?
Parsons is just a rectangle. It's modern design. It achieves nothing new.
Versus the over the bed table?
Over the bed, which serves a specific function. I would give it to overbed personally. Parsons just like, it's like this, except the legs are like flush.
Yeah, I'll give it the bed table.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next up, the Pembroke table, which was like a gatefold but has drawers, versus the ancient Egyptian pedestal. The simplest form of a table versus one that has both folding and drawer elements.
I'll take the Pembroke.
I was going to say the same thing. We are rocking it.
A little more functionality. Ain't never going to hurt.
Never. Next up, we have the picnic table versus the pier table, which is meant to be up against one wall. Easy to me. Do you want to be sitting at a table and looking at a wall, or do you want to be sitting at a table on a nice day with your friends?
Yeah, but who brings a table to a picnic?
Well, no, the place you're having the picnic would already probably have the table there. Most picnic tables are stationary. They're not trestle tables.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Wow. All this table talk is like kind of reset my brain as far and on like table topics. And it's like you don't need your brain to get reset on table topics. Like it's just a fucking table. Well, it's like a picnic table. I'm like, what is that kind of table? It's like, what are you talking about? It's a fucking picnic table.
You're overloaded with
I'm
table
inundated with
information
tables.
right now.
I'm lousy with tables.
You have too many tables in your head, which is why we're doing this, so that we can get it back to just what is a good table. Picnic takes it by a mile on that one.
Amen. Yeah, okay. I think like I don't know, Elon Musk needs to design a table or some shit that everybody can just use and just that's it.
Let's do it. And the table runs on electricity. Next we have the refectory table, which is like a dining table but really, really long. Or the sofa table, which is like a coffee table but with drawers, basically. So, obviously. Not even close. Fuck a long table. What are you going to yell all the way over there?
I wish this was a sofa table, don't you?
Wish I was on a couch right now, right, Hank? Hank. Next, the trestle table versus the TV tray. This is a funny one because it's like the absolute need for mobility versus the absolute most lazy table that's ever been created.
Refresh me on the trestle table.
The trestle is like a picnic table, except you can take the top off and the legs move independently, so you can pick all three pieces up and move it away from the brigade. From the Saxons. So do you want to be like in fear for your life at all times, or do you want to be watching some fucking Maury?
I want to be watching Maury on my fucking sofa. Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. Next up, alphabetically, the way to do it, we got the work table versus the workbench. Basically, do you want to be doing small work or you want more room to do more work?
Small work, because I don't like to do work.
What did I? You got me. All right. That takes us to round two.
Like, I can't do all this work. My table isn't big enough. I'm sorry.
that takes us to round 2. We're going to keep just zooming along here. We got TV tray versus work table. Rather be watching TV, right?
Yeah.
All right, great. Next up, we got the sofa table versus the picnic table.
Sofa table, we're gonna be watching TV.
Watching TV again. Sorry, picnics.
Outdoors,
Yeah, fuck that. I don't, all a picnic table has that's special is it's outside. I don't always want to be outside.
Big deal, yeah.
All right, next we got the Pembroke, which is gatefolds and drawers versus the one that you have when you're in a bed.
Pembroke for me, yeah.
Yeah, because don't need a table in bed. My lap is in bed.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Next up, moving to the other side, we got the loo table versus the folding table.
Folding
table, easy.
Yeah.
All right. Then we got the drum table versus the drop leaf table.
Ooh.
This is where nostalgia is coming up to the head against what you were excited about hearing about it for the first time.
I like the drum table.
Drum table's really, the drum table takes that one. I agree. Drum table's cool. And next up, we got the chest versus the coffee table.
Coffee table.
I mean, a chest could function as a coffee table. It is the same size. But you could also have stuff inside of it. But a coffee table, the beauty of it is you can also put your feet under it. Mm-hmm. With a chest, you can't do that. You're kicking the side of it.
Mm-hmm. And it might be a little bit too high to accommodate the things inside of it. It might be a little bit, too narrow.
Yeah. Because, if you got stuff to put somewhere, you probably don't want to put it where you have your book and your coffee. Because then you have to pick that stuff up to get that stuff out. So, coffee table.
Yep. In order to get one function out of a chest, you'd have to stop functioning it in another way of a coffee table.
Okay, so I didn't hear what you said because I was trying to figure out how brackets work. Yeah, but I think I have it figured out now. So, we are to the Sweet 6 now.
The Sweet 6, okay.
Yeah, which we're going to run into a problem here in a second, but we'll figure it out when we get there. We have the folding table versus the TV tray. Very similar ideas. Folding table has the option for more surface area.
Table, TV tray.
They can both easily be out of the way, but if you need them to be there, the folding table is going to serve a better function than the TV tray, right?
You can play beer pong on it.
You can play beer pong on it. You can play cards on it. You can watch TV at it.
And if you have a coffee table, you don't need TV tray. You got a coffee table.
Exactly.
So, if you have,
Okay, so folding takes that one.
Mm-hmm.
Next we have...
TV trays only exist in function in a world without other tables.
True.
Basically.
Yeah, you're right. And with TVs.
And they should think about that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Has to have TVs. Yep.
Okay, so next we have the so far front runner favorite, the drum table, versus the sofa table, which is a coffee table plus drawers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Sofa table because
I agree, because
just more functionality.
More functionality. You can put your feet on it.
Utilitarian.
All right, and then we have the Pembroke, which is gatefold with drawers, or the coffee table. Bye Pembroke. Now, Jay, here's where we're in trouble. And
we just want to be watching TVs. The best table is TV show on the sofa.
That's and table. We're at a table because we're making a TV show.
Yeah. Okay. So what is?
So the problem is we now have 3.
So there can't be. Yeah, it has to just be the one out of 3 do you like the most?
I guess so, right?
Sure. You can't narrow it down anymore.
Yeah, and there could be some kind of putting them all, but I don't want to do that. This is probably taking too long already.
What are the final 3?
So the final 3, the final 3 here in March Table Madness, we have coffee table, sofa table, which is a coffee table plus drawers, or folding table.
Sofa table.
I mean, yeah, right?
Sofa table is just the best of everything a table could be. It holds shit. You can watch TV and sit on a futon or a sofa or a couch, even a love seat, and it's the perfect height to eat Taco Bell and shit off of and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's
If
so obvious to me.
Are done with your coffee, you put your coffee cup in the drawer. Sophie Table has won the table championship.
Officially, yeah. I want a sofa table now.
Me too.
Coffee table with drawers in it? Fuck.
God. So if you would give us the end of bracket song.
All right.
Okay, I think that's the worst thing that's ever been on the podcast is that noise. But we'll see how it hurts my ears when I'm editing. And we'll see if we can top it. And there you go. That's Tables in the World. We'll be right back. We're back. We're back here on the Metaphiles talking about tables this time. We're back on the Metaphiles talking tables. It's me, your special guest host, Billy Bob Thornton, here to talk to you about tables today.
Tables ought to be flat.
They are flat. Every one of them's flat. I started off doing Billy Bob Thornton. I don't really know if that's who I'm doing anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's
wasn't planned.
maybe Tommy Lee Jones.
Maybe. Now he's more looking for a man who's recently drunk milk. No, I don't know. My accent game's off today.
Mm-hmm.
I put all that I had into Meth Hedberg, so
Paid off. It was funny.
thank you.
Method.
So
Why?
why tables? Why?
Because they're flat, and sometimes you need to put something down.
Yeah.
And you don't need to. Okay. Yeah. It has to do with gravity, right? You know. You want to give gravity a big middle finger, because it's like I want something to be right here.
Yeah.
A microphone that's close to my mouth so I can hear all the shit I'm saying and record it accurately.
To go one step further, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
What you really want is to fly through the air like a bird, and gravity tells you you can't do that.
Yeah.
So we do want to give a middle finger to gravity because it has given a middle finger to us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I want to get away.
Yeah.
I want to fly away.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. One might even say, and I'm curious if this callback will hit you. One might even say that we are mad at gravity. Do you remember that?
It's from an episode.
Yes. I'll just pull the Band-Aid. It was one of the real names from my all of the names are secretly real new metal bands.
Yeah.
Mad at gravity, and we made fun of it at the time, but
yeah, we were just like, if you hadn't said that, give me a couple more sentences, I probably would have been like, you know what, we should start a band.
Been done, and I'm gonna listen to some now.
Oh,
I think we owe it to him.
Should we just get a quick look at what Mad at Gravity the band looks like?
Are we allowed to? Will we get in trouble?
Well, will the new metal band Mad at Gravity get us in trouble? That's what we're asking.
I mean, we know them only to be mad at things. We don't want them to be mad at Metaphiles.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And we are saying that we are mad at gravity now. Mm-hmm. But if they go back and watch the new metal episode, they're going to hear us making fun of them. And they could get mad at us.
Wow.
Yeah.
We want them to stay mad at gravity.
But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, I do want to see them.
Just real quick. All right,
So
here we
quick.
go.
Sorry.
Oh,
Okay. All right. All right.
they look funny.
Yeah, they look like that.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that tables exist because of gravity. You
Yeah.
know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, you just we're doing a Lenny Kravitz lyric. I want to fly away. I want to get away. That's Lenny Kravitz, right?
Who the fuck is Lenny Kravitz?
The guy who sings that song.
That's not. I mean, that's his art. That's his musical name is Lenny Kravitz.
I mean, I think it's
Is it a band?
I think it is his name. Kind of like how John Denver's name was John Denver. I mean, maybe not really. Neil Young would probably be a better example. John Denver is probably just not his real name. I don't know.
No, John Denver was in the Beatles.
He was the fourth
That was his band.
Beatle.
He was the fourth Beatle.
But Lenny Kravitz is the first Beatle.
So it's just Lenny Kravitz.
Just, yeah. And he sang that. He also had a...
I wanna fly away. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm almost certain that's a Lenny
Lenny
Kravitz song.
Kravitz.
He also had a bad cover of already bad song American Woman. Those were his two big hits. I think the American Woman cover, I believe, was in the Austin Powers soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're starting to get a picture of this fellow now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so at this year's the Oscars, John Travolta was introducing the In Memoriam segment, and he started crying as he was introducing
This
it.
year's it was John Travolta?
Yeah.
Really? Hmm.
Yeah, they were trying to give him another shot after he said that lady's name wrong, I think. And to his credit, I was at work, so I just saw it with closed captions, but it didn't seem like he mispronounced anything based on the closed captions. So good job, John. But anyway, as he was wrapping up his introduction to the In Memoriam, he was saying like, we're gonna see all the dead people right now, and here to play some music as we watch the pictures of the dead people.
Lenny Kravitz.
Well, he said the incomparable Lenny Kravitz, which I was like, he's very comparable. John, I know you're trying really hard tonight. He's comparable. He's in fact very forgettable. It should have been here to introduce all the pictures of the dead people. Do you remember this guy?
Do you remember this guy?
Remember this guy?
Yeah.
American Woman cover. One of his biggest hits was a cover.
American Woman. John Travolta being a tryhard is not a good look for him.
No. I can tell you what is a good look for him. He is shaving his head bald, and I think he's finally admitting it to us all that he's been bald for a long time now.
The whole time.
Probably the whole time.
During Grease, he was bald.
Yep, and as a baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Came out bald, stayed bald too. The John Travolta story.
Why tables?
Why tables? You gotta have something to put stuff on. And it should be flat. You also have to have something to put things in. And it should be a drawer.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Shouldn't be anywhere near your bed.
I mean, I do...
Bed's not table time.
Oh, well, it shouldn't be on your bed.
Yeah.
And it really shouldn't be under it. I
really doesn't make
don't
sense.
get.
Yeah. Really doesn't make sense.
But having one next to it, I have that. And I put my stuff from my pocket onto it when I'm wanting to put stuff there.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah. Also, a lamp can go there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. The bedside table, to me, went out of the bracket entirely too early. But that's how these things go. No second chances in this game.
Yeah. What would, that'd be a good idea for a sitcom.
Hey, baby, let's do it.
Well, it's just a normal sitcom, but there's no tables.
Oh.
And it's not even written in to the to the script or the writing. It's not like it's written into that as like part of the show.
Right.
It's just that There's no tables
So characters
in
will
any of the
just,
sets.
so characters will just be in the middle of a conversation. One of them is holding a glass, and then he just drops it.
The script will say like puts glass down. Like the
Yeah.
script will include stuff like that.
Shh.
Yeah, in it, but there will be no tables of any kind.
Yeah, and then that character who put that down has to leave, and he has to not acknowledge that he stepped on the glass and his foot
It's not in the script.
is hurt.
He's
It's
just
not
trying to
in
be
the script.
He's trying to act it out because he could drive. He's a good driver.
He's a good driver.
You know,
he's
he's a good
driving
actor,
the
so-
scene.
He's trying to act it out, but it's not written in.
Yeah,
Can't
because
ad lib or anything like that.
we wrote this thing very carefully. We do not want any ad libbing.
Yeah, and
We're
just
like the
yeah.
Kevin Smith of sitcoms. No ad libbing.
sure. And it's a political show. It's like The West Wing
Mm-hmm.
reboot.
But funny as
No
heck.
tables. Yeah.
It's like West Wing, but funny as heck.
Well, but because there's no tables.
That is mostly what's funny about it.
Yeah. West Wing, if it was funny, like we've always wondered.
Yeah.
Everybody always has
Yeah. And
West
so
Wing, but it could be
the
funny.
president is sitting in his chair, and there's nothing in front of him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we can see he's not wearing pants.
The whole nation.
The whole nation can see it.
State of the Union.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine the State of the Union address with no tables.
With no tables.
That's a riot.
Funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it would be called the... Hold on. We'll come back to that. Who's the funniest president?
George Bush.
W.
W. Junior. Yeah. Absolutely by far the funniest. If
By accident.
Yes, by accident.
I'm saying who's the funniest on purpose.
Oh. Ooh, jeez. I can't. That's like a golden rule, I think, of being president. I think that might be the golden rule.
Don't be funny.
Don't be funny.
Yeah. Yes, and don't be funny. It's going to be scary.
I just solemnly swear, as the president that swears in, as president of the United States, by the way. You know what? I think it's still W. I think it's still Junior because there was that. It was a TV interview during the War on Terror, and he was playing golf, and he was like, "You guys assured we're doing everything to run down these terrors." And that's
Now
all I'm going to
watch
say
me.
about it. Now watch this drive. And then he drove a fucking golf ball. Like, I think it was half as humorous as he thought, as he tried to make it.
Yeah.
Or wait, twice as humorous as he tried to make it. Like, he was actually... Yeah, but...
But you think he had probably like just watched Caddyshack the night before, and he was like, golfing's funny.
I mean, realistically, it was just... I don't know, somebody close to him was like, try this. I'm your director of seeming like a human. I get paid $250,000 as part of your cabinet to remind you how to act like a human.
Yeah. So, would you
something
ever
like that.
want that job, to be the director of seeming like a human?
Yeah.
You'd probably be pretty good at it.
Yeah.
One thing is, like, frankly, I think presidents should audibly burp more. I know you are not doing that lately, but
Well,
that
that's
would humanize them.
A good bit. Indigestion president. Yeah. My fellow Americans. Yeah.
B question.
Sure.
What president do you think has seen Caddyshack the most?
Hmm.
I mean, this puts us with a much smaller number of options.
Yeah.
That movie came out mid-80s. Should we know when it came out? And who was
It
president then?
Caddyshack. It was in like the early 80s.
Let's find out.
It would probably be like who was younger then, right? So it'd be like a Generation X president,
Gen X Prez.
which we haven't really even had yet.
Okay, so Caddyshack came out in 1980. President in 1980, Reagan, I'm thinking.
80.
We weren't born yet. Only 90s kids understand. It was Ronald Reagan.
Word.
He was president from 81 to 89, so he was there for the whole time of this country where Caddyshack was at its most fever pitch popularity.
My favorite movie is Caddyshack.
I like it when he can't kill the groundhog.
Yeah.
I laughed my ass off at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So probably Ronald Reagan then.
I don't know. I mean, shit. We're never gonna know.
No.
You know.
I want to know so bad.
I know, because like, it's just like, why tables?
Why tables?
You know.
If we don't know the answer to this, we're never gonna know the answer to why tables.
They're just like, yeah, flat.
Well,
the flat surface. You just need a flat surface.
Jack,
That's just all there is to it. What's up?
we've been fools.
Uh-huh.
We're sitting here trying to figure out why tables
Yeah.
when we could go straight to the source and ask our very own third Beatle, Paul McTableKnee.
Paul McTableKnee.
Paul McTableKnee.
This week's prop.
Why
Every week's prop.
tables?
Why tables?
Why people?
Oh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Profound. Profound.
Wow.
To a table.
Oh.
Why
so,
people?
yeah, so it would be like a political sitcom, but with tables and no people.
Funny.
Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we pull that up on the fact tube?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I mean, there's not much difference than today's politics, right? They're doing about as much as our government. Right?
I mean, I haven't really been paying attention lately. So,
Villain of tables.
villain of tables. Cheers. No, it's not cheers.
Like abstract.
The wind?
Something abstract. That's the villain of tables. Like,
The wind?
even more abstract than that. Like nothing physical to it. Like what's something like that?
Time? Time kills all tables.
Tables are very spatial. They're a spatial axiom. They're just like the most basic way, you know, to manipulate space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one. Fights. Because when you're getting in a fight, what's the first thing you do?
Get the table that's in the way of the fight out of the fucking way
Flip
of
it.
the fight. Yeah.
Flip it. Force the table to be involved in a fight that it probably has no real stakes in.
Yeah.
Flip it, maybe break it.
Whatever. Yeah. Anything.
What has the most tables been broken and killed by? A fight. Bar fight. Guy throws the other guy on the table, breaks the table. Table didn't do anything wrong. It didn't call him yellow-bellied or anything.
Yep.
Bar fights.
Yeah, that's the enemy of tables. You know, you watch any piece of media. Take note of when something bad happens to a table.
Yeah.
Every single time it's going to be a fucking bar fight with some motherfucker cracking that shit in half because he's got thrown into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You're right.
And real quick on the fact tube, I think we should show an in memoriam for all the broken tables out there, scored by the incomparable us doing an impression of Lenny Kravitz.
I forgot how it started.
I want to fly away.
I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. American woman.
Oh.
And there you have it.
Get it off there.
And tables are made out of wood.
That's true.
And guess what else is made out of wood?
Pine wood.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're up there.
They're up there.
Yeah.
And so, because we have agreed that tables are in pine wood, we sing, of course, the song,
Sure. All right.
the Man in Moo by Bob Dylan. And this time I say that we should probably sing it in the style of the incomparable us doing an impression of Lenny Kravitz. So here we go. La 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 la
down,
yeah. Okay, I gotta get these fucking coins sorted, dude. So this is the part of the coin of the thing. This is part of the
table pod.
This is part of the table that I say.
This is part of the table that I say.
And should we let the table say it? This is part of the sign off that I say. Au revoir. Hello there. It's almost the end of the show, but not quite. I'm Zach Caffrey.
I'm Jason Ford.
And you just watched the episode of McTableKnee that you watched, and now you're seeing this. And it's the part where we say, it's like us, subscribe to us, comment about it.
Get on our shit.
Get on it. Build a little community with us. You're all a part of it. Mm-hmm. It's a nice little world we have here.
It's just a big ball of liking and subscribing and comments.
And it's wonderful to do. And you like doing it. You do.
You do.
You do.
Yeah, you do.
And this week, why not make a comment about bye.
Bye-bye.
Files.